Striking Hollywood writers are starting to take a financial hit. Oh, you mean after 100 days of not working, whoever was funding this operation is starting to run out of money? Man, this is almost exactly like what the studios were waiting for. Now, all we can say is thank God the Barbie movie was wrapped and ready for release before Hollywood's writers went on strike. The Film Actors Guild joined in the solidarity. So we were surprised they'd been on strike for 100 days. To be honest, we really haven't been paying much attention, even when a random Hollywood star picks up a picket sign for a couple of hours. No one even remembered that late night talk shows have been off the air for like 4 months now. Isn't that just sad? Look, I completely forgot these late night talk shows even existed until I saw a meme laughing that no one even remembers them. Like, damn, you're right. I didn't even notice they were gone. I guess there's less spam in YouTube. Nothing But Crap News reports that not having an income for that long is starting to get scary for some of these writers. Maybe they weren't as starving as they claimed to be if they had 100 days worth of savings. After nearly 100 days on strike, Hollywood writers are taking financial hits, uncertain when they'll have a steady flow of income again. The studios have made it clear they don't want you and they don't need you. And I'm rooting for both sides to collapse. So I feel like I'm subsidizing this strike with my savings in a way that's going to get scary, one writer said. And guess what? While this writer is doing that, you got like A-list Hollywood actors that are still allowed to work on independent movies that, as Clownfish points out, will still be distributed on all these streaming platforms that these guys are trying to go after. No one cares, though. So Daniel Arkin reports, when the Writers Guild of America went on strike in early May, the first-year member of the union who mostly worked on an Apple TV Plus series was gripped by panic. She was already struggling to find her next writing job, and now she would most likely be out of work for months. That's the joy of working in a union. Like others have said, why can't there be multiple unions? And some can decide to work while others not. Why does everyone have to be in this one? So the writer who spoke on condition of anonymity because she was concerned about professional repercussions, why would you want to stay in this industry? Use this as an opportunity to realize you should probably go somewhere else. It says that she fully supports her colleagues who are on the picket line, but she's taking a financial hit, uncertain when she will have a steady flow of income again. I feel like I'm subsidizing this strike with my savings in a way that's starting to get scary, the 35-year-old writer said. She has cobbled together stopgap gigs, dog walking, nannying, assisting someone with travel arrangements, filling out online surveys that pay literal pennies. Yeah, all those ads you see, like, oh yeah, just make the big bucks from home, just filling out surveys. It is literal pennies. So she is relying on food assistance and living off of savings that she had squirreled away over the last 5 years. She expects she can last on her cash reserves for 6 months before fully tanking. Well, the strike's going to last longer than that at this rate. I wrote on an award-winning show last year. She said, I'm literally picking up dogs right now. Just because a show wins awards in an industry circle jerk like the Oscars or the Emmys doesn't mean it's any good, nor does it mean it's successful. We've seen the disconnect between critics and viewers so many times already. Something could get a perfect 100, all the critics loved it. Meanwhile, the viewers hate it. You see? That's the situation you could very well be in right now. Just because the industry thought your show was worthy of an award doesn't mean customers did. One of those is way more important than the other. Somebody's got to pick up dogs. This is the saddest story we've reported on since Megan Rapinoe blew that penalty kick and lost it for the U.S. women's team. Oh, no. Anyway. Yeah, poor writers that have made it clear they hate my guts now want my sympathy. Oh, how sad. Just like they told me during the pandemic when they got paid and told us to stay home or we wanted our or that they wanted our family dead. We're all in this together. Yeah. Never forget how they acted during the pandemic. And what's funny is they're all communists, even the producers who are raking in over $1 billion from Barbie alone. Now, you'd think they could spread that money around. Yeah, why don't the rich people in Hollywood redistribute their wealth to their less fortunate brethren, huh? It's imagine sings imagine to all the suffering Hollywood people from my modest home in rural America. Finally got a chance to pay them back in kind. Yes. Yeah, throw that cringe right back at them. I learn to insert whatever you want here, probably code. Isn't that what you told the average American about losing our jobs because of their elite liberal DC friends? Mm-hmm. That's a shame. They're better to use the savings on learning to code and effectively using AI. Instead of crying that AI is going to replace you, how about you learn to use that AI? So you'll be one of the people using it to replace others instead of, having it used to replace you. Oh, sweet. Like that time me and all my coworkers in the attractions were laid off for months, not knowing if we would get paid and not able to apply elsewhere. Yeah, they didn't care then, did they? Perhaps they should learn to mine coal. Yeah, there's some pretty recession proof blue collar jobs, No matter how bad things get, people will always need a plumber. You think you don't until your toilet is spraying dookie everywhere. Then suddenly you find the money for a plumber. Yeah, well, it's a strike. Did they think Brandonomics was going to save them? Yeah, did they think they'd be getting paid for not working? Hilarious. Speaking for 99% of the country, I can honestly say we're fine with reruns and AI generated content, especially if it means the cesspool of Hollywood suffers. The AI generated content and reruns are way better. People are increasingly going back to older stuff because the new stuff is such garbage. Yeah, I could get all preachy about how they need to save more money for strikes or even start a new career, like they preach to me about how to live my life and what I must accept. But I won't. I'll just go outside, be active, and not stare at their drivel. This guy's got the best response. Just like with the talk shows we talked about earlier, I don't even think about these late night talk shows. Like when I'm looking for something to talk about on stream and one of these hosts does or says something stupid, yeah, we'll talk about it then. But outside of that, no. I'm just not going to watch any of their stuff anyway. Whether they're striking or employed is irrelevant to me. These people mean nothing to me. Were the writers unaware of what the word strike meant? Yeah, that's a good question. So Musk should really get X's content creators together to sing Imagine and remind them that we're all in this together. Yeah. Oh God, like maybe some big name YouTubers and Twitch streamers could do that. Yeah, you guys got this, man. Just know we're all suffering. And it's only going to get worse because the studios want to starve them out. The studios aren't willing to compromise anymore because, for one, the studios don't have the money to anyway. And two, these shitty fucking writers aren't worth what they're getting paid. Maybe if they were actually producing good content people wanted to watch, I'd have a different opinion. Maybe if they didn't hate me personally, I'd have a different opinion. But as it stands now, the industry would be better off without them.